Well, hello there, patrons. Welcome to the After Show Power Rangers Part 2. And our special guest, Alexey, is still here.
Still here.
Hello.
We also still have our studio audience members.
Correct.
Amanda and Bobby.
Roll call. Say here if you're here. Amanda. Bobby.
Here.
Yes. Okay. And Danny and Katie and Alexey are still here too.
We're still here.
We had so much fun talking about Power Rangers, but
Yes.
there was something in the bio that we wanted to loop back for our patrons on, and that was to hear a little bit more about your time working on Cobra Kai.
Yes.
Very Xennial Karate Kid
It is.
references. Did you like the Karate Kid movies?
Oh my God. I was in love with Ralph Macchio. Hello.
Yes, that's the whole movement. Yes.
Yes, I loved the Karate Kid movies. I have to say, I have not watched Cobra Kai. I watched the first episode, and then I'm not a TV watcher. So like it takes me 60 years to get around.
Yeah.
the
So
shows.
let's start there. Where
Yeah.
would we see you
Yes.
if we watched it? Tell us
Uh,
more.
I would be in season 5.
Season 5. Okay.
Okay.
Episode 4. It was just it was a co-star, but the coolest part about it was I watched Karate Kid a lot.
Yeah.
When I was a kid. Like I love martial arts, as you can see with Power Rangers. I loved that movie. I loved all of them, and people did not like all of them, but I did. And Ralph Macchio was great, and I like looked at him and I was like, it's the first time I was like, that guy kind of looks like me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that guy.
Actually,
Like
yeah.
I was like, oh, that guy kind of looks like I was a little kid, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. The show, what's great about Cobra Kai is it dives deeper into his relationship with Johnny. Like they're adults now.
Yeah.
Like they have lives.
Yeah.
Like the karate tournament really wasn't everything. It didn't matter. You know, like you learn you're adults.
Figured how
There's
that happened.
real life, but it's funny that moment did affect them very profoundly because of the people that were their teachers, the people that were in charge. So it's really cool to watch the show. And like, so I'm in a part with like Johnny is now down on his luck and he's like got a new job. He's an Uber driver.
Yes.
And so Billy Zabka is a wonderful person.
Mhm.
Like just
He's not like him, like his counterpart actor. No.
well, what's funny is he's a jerk in the old one. And you know, there was
Is he
a
nice in this one?
yeah. Like he
Oh.
like yeah, well he learns what it's like to be a father in this one. Like he
That's right. I remember. the
like
first
yeah,
episode.
it's
Okay,
about
okay.
him growing up and being like let go of this thing that didn't matter.
Right.
And like what's cool is there's like that camp that loves Karate Kid. There's like that little camp that goes like, it was Johnny's movie. And like Ralph came in and just like, you know, he like started getting his girlfriend and stuff, man. Like it was Johnny's movie. He was a bro. Like he had his life ahead of him. He ruined it. And I'm very much in that camp because like you watch the series and that's kind of what it like the lens it tries to take
Real?
Yeah.
at the beginning. And you find out, oh, this is just Johnny being okay, delusional.
Oh
Got
my
it.
gosh.
But like he was so fun. It was like great to sit on set and see how everything worked and to speak with an actor who I had admired as a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, like Karate Kid was such a big movie. Like I remember it piece by piece. I remember everything.
Yeah.
And to talk to somebody and they be this kind, open, because I mean open human. We were talking about his friendship with like Zachary Levi, and we were talking about how he misses LA and how, you know, I think he's in like I'm not gonna say where he lives now because that's not fair, but it was cool to see somebody talk about the industry and how it has changed, and then for us to be in a car and then him be open to my ideas was really cool.
Because he in the senior end, he was the Uber driver, and you were his like patron or whatever.
Yes, I was supposed to be the
Love it.
annoying patron, and
I love that.
I was supposed to have a snippet. It was supposed to be like a little thing, and they just ended up keeping all the funny bits that we chose to do.
I love it.
Yeah, like him and I decided, I was like, hey, so what if you like try to jump back here and beat me up and I like get out and I like run out of the car afraid? And they kept the bit and they kept everything we put in. And him and I was just like, even if we never see each other again, it was such a great experience. And that's how
Mhm.
people should conduct themselves. Like I was not starstruck. I was just, oh, this is great. I have a coworker. My coworker is this person who I admire. This
Wow.
is an amazing experience.
That
It's
is
awesome.
so fun.
That's amazing. That's why I could never be a film actor, because I would fangirl everywhere. I would be I like can't keep my shit together. Like I would be like, oh my God, I loved you so much. I
That's
swear to God, I couldn't like. You know, I was in love with Fred Savage. He was my first celebrity crush.
Wow.
I know he's kind of a dick now, so like you're on
Yeah.
our Patreon episode only, so I can say that. But I swear to God, if I was like, oh yeah, let's put you in a commercial with Fred Savage, I'd be like, oh my God. Like I would not, I can't.
But that's what your trailer's for. That's what it's for.
I could not keep it together. Like I would be, I've met a few celebrities in my life that were like, I won't say they were because they were like B-list celebrities, and I was ridiculous. One of them was Billy Blanks. Who, if y'all don't know who that is, Tybo,
the exercise guy.
Yes. Let me tell you what.
It's the Tybo guy, and you're just like, I met him.
No, y'all don't even know. I met him at a furniture store. Stop.
Oh my God.
I freaked the F out. No kidding. I literally, because I used to do Tybo in my apartment in college all the time. I know. And I was like, you're why I became a fitness instructor.
Of you, Tybo guy.
It was you. The rhythm, the expression, the journey. I needed all of it.
And then his daughter, Shelly, is like in videos with him, and she was there, so I met her. So I'm like geeking out and like got their... Wait, it gets so much worse. I did get a picture with them. I haven't forgotten.
Oh, we need to find that picture. Yeah.
So then, and I lost a bunch of weight in college doing Tybo or whatever. And I like, of course, because I think he must need to know all the things about me. Mm-hmm. I told them all this, and they're like, "Oh, well, we're getting ready to do some new videos. Can we get your contact info?" But this was before I like super went weird, and so they gave me their email and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, I would love to be," and they're like, "Good." So anyway,
So Katie builds the bridges with the celebrities.
I met Uzo Aduba on a film set.
I would lose my mind. Literally,
a PR client of mine is a real life person that this movie was being made about.
Oh,
so Uzo was playing her.
Wow.
So I got to go. This was years ago. The name of the movie is Miss Virginia, and it's about a mom who reforms education in D.C.
Oh.
And this was like, she was big from Orange is the New Black. It was filmed in like 2018. But like not as like big as she is now because she's gone on to do so many of it. It was like the in-between time. And so when we first got there, my client who had become good friends with her for like the film and met with her, and they spent a lot of time together because Uzo wanted to know her mannerisms and how she spoke and her accent and all the things a good actor does. And so my client's like, "Oh, this is Katie," and she's kind of like smiles. So later in the day, I'm just like, I'm on the set. They're like doing all the extras are doing all this stuff, and it was amazing. And it was like we were in DC, like the Capitol was behind them for the shots and everything. And at the end, someone said something like, "Oh, and then this is Katie," and they go, she goes, "Yeah, that's Katie. We already met." How's it going, Katie? Know my name. She's like, "Are you having fun?" And I was like, I have a picture of us too.
It's the face for me.
Like I've got this like floral top on and like this like bleach blonde hair. I mean, this is not that long ago. And I'm just like, and she's like looking great and her like,
I can't,
and confident, and I look like an idiot.
So you fangirl too?
I didn't know I was going to, because I like her, but I was like, oh, I'm here on a professional basis. And I just fell apart.
Alexey can take Katie to places, but not me. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near. When you make your big break, invite me somewhere, but y'all can put me in a corner. So
do you have a child section? Yeah. No. I mean, for me, what's funny is I've fangirled over Rangers. Honestly, we went to Ranger Stop, and like,
I can't.
The guy who played Rocky like walked by. And he's like, "Oh my God!" And I was like, I had my moment like, "Oh my God!" And I was like, "Wait, that just came out of my body." But it's funny because when I'm on set, like I've worked with Academy Award winners, and like I've been in scenes with them, and I'm just like, whatever, dude. We're co-stars.
You're so cool.
I'm not though. I'm not. It's just that it's like a job. I've just done it. It's just my job. I love it so much, but it's a job. And I go like, the thing I learned from the COVID journey was like, think about the other person.
Right.
Like, how annoying is it to have that happen at all times of the day? And I'm sitting here like, oh, I don't want to do that to them. And like, what's beautiful is that what Anne Hathaway said is this is a moment for them that they may never get back.
Yeah.
Like this is every day for you. But for me, when I'm on set, when we're
yeah.
backstage, that's like a sacred space.
Yeah.
And that's like a safety safe for them to focus on their work.
Yeah.
And so like we were there and like,
working.
Right.
yes,
Yeah.
like I had Kate Mara, like I'm in the makeup chair and like I'm just doing my thing. And then she like sits next to me and she goes, hi, I'm Kate. And I'm like, oh yeah, I know. Yeah, it's nice. But then we just went about our business.
No, I can't do that.
It's like we were just right here. She's like, oh, you're going to throw me against the wall in a minute. I'm like, yeah, I am. Well, my stunt double will. I will not. I'm not going to.
It's gonna look like
I
it did.
Yep. I can't afford that paycheck. But no, it's like it's always been classy and respectful and out of work. I get excited when I see somebody like oh my God. But it's so weird when my brain is like when I drive onto set and I'm like just getting my coffee and I'm like just talking to like, hey, where am I going to be? When's my call time? I'm just working. So it's like my brain is like, I need to know what I need to be doing, what I need to have memorized, where my mark is going to be, what the scene's going to look like, is my costume. There's just so many check marks you have to hit. And then on top of that, I have to have my obligatory hour-long meltdown.
Like, why my hair got it?
Yeah. Have you seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know how Leonardo DiCaprio's in his trailer?
Yes.
And he does that thing. He's like, you're so stupid. And he's like crying in the mirror. Every actor does that.
Oh my God.
Because in your trailer or honey wagon, there's literally a mirror there.
Yeah.
So you're just like, you were born to do this.
Yes.
You're supposed to do this. You're not a fraud. They're not going to find that out.
You're supposed to be here.
And then, Mr. Del Castillo, 10 minutes. I'm right there. Thank you so much. You got this, man. And you just saw like, but no, it's like, but it really is that it's like you need time to like get in the zone, focus on what you're doing, especially if like it's a crying scene, because unlike theater, it's not chronological.
Right.
So my schedule could say, like These Stones, the thing that I was in, it's a guest star piece. And so I was there for multiple days, not just a few hours or one. Right. And so I'm like, okay, so this day we're doing this scene. And I'm like, oh, that was not on the schedule was this, but I guess because of the weather, so now I'm like, I have to switch so fast because in 30 minutes, I got to get in front of a camera and everybody's going to be watching me to like do the thing because we're on a schedule. And it's such a fun, it's like hard mode. Yeah. Me and your hubby talked about this, that it's like, like we love games that are like super hard mode because like when you do it at the other side of it, you're like, I did that thing.
See, and I'm the opposite. I need the easiest level ever.
Like, start from
Troy's like, what? Like Dr. Mario, I'm like, easy. And Troy's like, super hard. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And he still beats me, but that's fine. Yeah. But I get it. I can see what you're saying. Yeah, like you're able to separate.
The reward too, like, for challenging yourself to do that, how that feels on the other side.
Yeah.
And I had great teachers, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's shout out to the great performing arts teachers.
Yes, because
like some in this room. I'm just saying.
It's honestly a beautiful thing when you find and I'll say this to every actor out there. Sorry to hijack this, but I'll say this to every.
This is your moment.
Show. Ours.
I will say this to every single actor out there, and I say this to a lot of young actors. As like apparently somehow I have a young actor named Lamont who asks me questions and is an amazing talent, and Lamont does not see this yet, and Lamont will, and I cannot wait because I think that you should always find a teacher who wants to be a teacher first.
Yes.
Do not find a teacher who's like, yeah, I'm a TV actor and I teach on the side. No, that person is focused on their career. I understand they're trying to pay the bills and have something to say, but find yourself someone who loves to teach because that person will go, I'm going to get the best out of you.
Yeah.
And you're going to, and I learned that like I used to be terrible at acting. I was the worst. It's like for me, it was Gene Kelly all the time. Like that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to sing in the rain all the time. It's like that's not how that works. It's not how he's yelling Stella and he's crying. I'm singing in the rain while I'm doing it. And I'm like, my teachers broke me of that, but they also broke me of the little kid brain that I had on set, which was like if I went on set at a younger age, I would have ruined my career. Because I would have been so starstruck and not done anything and not spoken to. It's just a different thing. And I had a teacher, she's magnificent, Ruth Nurk, and I'll always remember her. She was really like, it's a job. You've done so many jobs already where you've acted. It is a job. It's just a little bit bigger, but a job. And the second you kind of take that mentality into something that seems overwhelming and you go, this is just a job. Or like I told you, this is just the mission. Like, this is just the thing I got to do right now. You don't really confuse it or you don't make it bigger than it needs to be. You just get it done, which makes you look incredibly professional and makes you look incredible on set. If you just don't worry about everybody else and everything that's going on, don't think this is the last time you'll ever see a celebrity. Just do the job. Do what you were hired to do because you already got the job. You don't have to audition again.
Right.
That's
a big key there.
I know I've said that to my own kids and to myself. We've done some commercial acting, but even stage stuff.
Oh yeah.
When they or me get like really worked up, it's like you've already been chosen.
Yeah, you're here.
So with that, you need to bring yourself and do the thing they chose you to do.
That's right.
Right. It's not, you're not trying to be anything other than what they've picked you to be.
Right.
Exactly. And it's like auditions should be your job as an actor. Your actual job is to audition.
Yeah.
Like that's your job.
Yeah.
Because what is our job? Your job is to say, hey, I've done the work to do this. And somebody to go, well, here's a piece of paper with words, build something out of this. And what you do is you just build your version of that person and present it. And if it's a no, it has nothing to do with you. It's just that's not the version they were looking for, but it's the version you could produce. And that's nothing to you. That is nothing against you. It is set it and forget it. Your job is to not care if you booked it.
Right.
Because what's funny is half the time that I've learned, like in Cobra Kai and stuff, when you're on the job, you're going to do exactly what you did in the audition. Like they're like, yeah, that's what we want right there.
Right. That's why you got the job.
Yeah. So don't go in and do something else.
Don't do something else weird.
And you're never auditioning for that job.
Right.
You're auditioning for the next one because
Katie always tells people that too. Like, remember, like,
and myself. Like, didn't book it, but guess what? I booked that next one already, right?
Yeah.
Because they looked at me and said, okay, not this time, but that there's that thing coming up that we want her to do.
Yeah.
You know,
I have to tell people, I learned this in my journey because I quit acting for 2 years.
Yeah.
I took a knee. I was like, this hurts too much. I can't do this anymore. My soul is breaking just by wanting something that doesn't want me.
It can be hard. Yeah.
And in New York, no money, working 3 jobs. I was working 7 days a week, just trying everything I could to just get there. And it was like this difficult thing. But I will tell everybody what I told Lamont and what I tell myself. And what is very, very important is the career you chose is a long road. And you do not know where the other side of the road is. Your job is to just one foot after the other walk through the fog, and you're going to get hit with arrows, and you're going to get hit with rocks, and you're going to get like beat up, and it's going to hurt. And it is okay to take a knee, but it is not okay to quit.
Oh, I like that.
Like you can take a knee, but you cannot stop moving, because if you stop moving, you'll never see the other side of the road.
Right.
And if you just one foot in front of the other, someday you'll look up and be like, where am I standing and how did I get here?
Yes.
I love that so much.
We've got to end it on that. That was good.
Thank you for staying to talk to us about this.
Yes. And Billy Blanks.
Well, also that.
Please fuck up stories. These moments. I'm like, I'm not Billy Blanks.
Poor Billy Blanks. He's still thinking about that crazy lady he met in the furniture store looking out his window at night. She out there. Poor guy.
No, thank you guys so much. This was amazing. I love it. Thank you.
Trends.
Thank you, studio audience.
And thank you, studio audience. Our live cheering and laugh track. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye, everybody.